Alright, so the first thing you're gonna need for your door, let's get rid of all this stuff. Let's just all my hard work. It's okay, it's okay. This is for y'all. Delete. Okay, the first thing you're gonna need is a scriptable brain. The scripted brain. The cool guy. This is gonna be, we're gonna change this. You always gotta name your objects. This is gonna be your main script, okay? This is what I like to have. If you're a coder, you know where that's from. You know what type of person I am. But this is our main script, right? So we're gonna go into here. Oh, I'm going way too fast. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is pull up our menu. So that's with X. You can pull up your object browser. I'm gonna get out of here so you guys can see how I'm getting to everything. You're gonna go to gameplay. You're gonna go into scripting. You're gonna get a script brain. This is what you use for basically all of your cool script stuff that you want to happen behind the scenes. So you're gonna hold Y on this, and we're gonna go up, and we're gonna declare some variables. Okay, it's gonna be the most boring part of the time. Let's declare some variables. So you're gonna press X, go over to the node browser. We're gonna get variables basic will be the first thing we do. We're gonna get a vector 3. And we're gonna duplicate that with the right thumb pad. We want to have 2 vectors. And then we're gonna press X and go back to, we're gonna go to variables advanced now, and we're gonna declare 3 things. We're gonna declare a number variable. We're going to declare a vector 3 variable. I'm like OCD, so I like these things being lined up a little bit. Don't yell at me. And then we're gonna duplicate that out and declare one more vector 3 variable. I know, don't be mad. This is just how I am. Okay, so we're gonna put that right there. So what are we doing right now? So RB on this first declare number variable, press X and press RB to go over to the node properties. Hopefully how I'm doing this will explain why we're doing it this way, because the door either has to be opened or closed. So we need a door state. So we're gonna name this door state. It's kind of like to think about things. What is the door actually doing right now? Is it not doing, but what is it right now? Is it open or is it closed? So we're gonna have it originally as closed, and we're gonna set that to 0. So 0 is closed, 1 is open. Think about that, keep that in your head. This is our global variable because we need 2 different things to reference this variable, which is the 2 different switches. So it can know whether the door is closed or open. Now we're gonna go down here, and we are going to declare vector 3 variable. So now that you have like the door can be open or closed, what is it? Is it open or is it closed? We need to know where to send the door when it needs to be open and when to send the door when it needs to be closed. So we need to get the original position of the door. So we can call that door OG. Oops, position. This is the original position of the door. Initial value, we're going to set that with our vector 3 right here, and then our scope is going to be global as well, because we need to, both of the switches need to be able to reference it. So now that we have our original position of the door, we need to know where we want it to look like when it's open. So we have the door's original position, what it looks like as closed. Now we need the original position of what it looks like when it's open. Okay, so let's go over here, go to door. So we have the original position. We need its open position, basically its ending point, because it's going to be oscillating between 2 points. So it's door end position. You can name these things whatever you want though, but you have to name the identifiers, but basically try to name everything in your like map so you don't get lost. Initial value is going to be set by the vector 3, and we're going to have this as global as well. So 3 global variables. So vector 3 is going to be for our OG position, so we can put that as the initial value. This vector 3 is going to be for the end position, initial value. So we want the OG position, we need the vector though for it to be able to reference it. So this is where we get to make our cool door. So let's press X. Now we're going to make our door. Are there any doors here? Where are the doors at? Where the doors at? Okay, we'll get a doorway first. Can we get a doorway? Alright, I don't like the doorway. Is there a different doorway? Wait. Did I just? Hold on. I just deleted my script by accident. Okay, let's find an actual door. Okay, here's some doors. UNSC. Oop. Generic door frame. Awesome. So big. A heavy door. Awesome. Okay, cool. So let's scale this stuff down so it looks pretty good, at least a little bit. Scale it up a little bit. I'm just holding left trigger and right trigger down to scale, by the way, right now. I figure that this isn't like a super basics video. You guys are like getting into scripting a door right now. And then hold left trigger, right trigger, and A, holding A all three, and then I can move the stick up to just do the Z-axis. And then do that now. Okay, cool. So it looks like a relative door. Not as good as the other one, but that's okay. So we're gonna bring that. I want to not go through the floor. I want it to be kind of lined up relatively. Bam! Alright. There it is. Bam! Door. Can't get through it. So now we have our door. So raise this up a little bit because you're way too close, sir. Alright. So, not too complicated so far. We want to get the position of this door. But before we do anything, for a door or any object to be scripted, it needs to be dynamic. So, let's press RB on the door. Go over to X. We're going to name this door so we don't get confused. This will be door. We'll name probably door 1, door 2, yada yada, as we needed. Make this object mode dynamic. It needs to be dynamic to be scripted. So now that we have it dynamic and scripted, so we need to get the position of it. That's which is this XYZ vector. So X is negative 7.09. So we're gonna go up, and that's I'm just getting it from the bottom of the screen right there. X is negative 7.09. Awesome. This is 0.33. And you can probably take a picture of this, make it easy on you guys self. Don't do it like me. I'm being a smooth brain right now. 0.33, awesome. And then the Z value is 504.26. Okay. So let's go back into the node. And if you have any questions on any of the button presses I'm using, just let me know. Because I'm trying to explain everything I'm doing right now, but if I don't, it's not the first tutorial ever. 504.26. 504.26. 504. Yeah, but if I'm not saying how I'm doing something, just let me know. So there we go. So now we have the original position it is in. So that means it's the door's original position. Vector, easy. So how are we gonna do it with the doors and position? So really we just want the door to hold left trigger to move it when you have something selected. Hold A, we just want it to go down to about right here. So honestly, I just need to go down to right here. Because I want it to kind of end exactly where it needs to be because I'm crazy. So that's 500 and, wait. Door is at 491.72. So the door is at 491.72. So let's come over here. 491.72. Awesome. And then let's set the Y. Actually, you know what? Before that, make my life not hard. Let's just do undo. So it's already where backward needs to be, 504.26. So now let's go into the script, 491.72. Oh, awesome. Okay, I kept the Y, X, Z value. I thought I was going to erase the Z value. That's good to know. And then we can make the Y and the X the same because we don't want it to change. It'll be weird. It'll be crazy. So Y is going to be still 0.33. And then our X is going to be negative 7.09. Did I remember that right? Awesome. Okay, this is the hardest part of the script basically, right there. Got your variables, got some numbers in there, got a script, brain. We're basically halfway done. So all we need to do now is we're gonna press X on our thing, We just need to go up to, gonna go up to gameplay. Right here, gameplay, and we're gonna go down to scripting again. Instead of grabbing script brain, we're gonna grab the switch console. Too easy. So, like I said, anything being scripted needs to be dynamic. Let me put this perfect spot. Good. So this needs to be dynamic. So we can press X. Go over to the switch. We're gonna call this switch 1 because there will be 2 switches. And we are going to, oh, it's already, forget what I just said. It's a scriptable switch. I'm an idiot. Okay. So scriptable switch, can't interact with it right now. Can't even do anything really with it. Let's see. Look, activate it, does nothing. Okay. So what we want to do is actually do something. So let's go back over to the scripting. Let's grab a script brain. So, oh my gosh, this thing's moving so slow. We are going to, I like to have, as you guys can see from this tutorial, I like to have everything like nice and makes sense. So we're going to go into this script brain right here. Actually, before we do that, let's name this switch 1 script. Awesome. Okay. So let me make sure I'm not going too fast. I'm not losing you guys. So RB, RB, those are the button presses. You need to select both before we go into this brain. You're gonna hold Y. I'm gonna go up to the node graph, go into this brain, hold Y again, and add object references. There we go. That's what you need to do to be able to reference an object in a specific script. So we can get rid, see, look at our names. Our names are helpful. We can get rid of the script, get that out of here, delete it, and now we just have the switch. So we're gonna bring that over to the left a little bit. And the first thing we want to do is we want to activate something when it is, when the button is pressed. So we're gonna go down to events. I think it's events custom. Yep, events custom on object interacted. We already referenced our object. Bam, there we go. So on object interacted, we want the door to move down or to move up. However, it needs to be depending on where it is, you know, where it is. So this is where our awesome variable comes in that we made in the beginning. So we're gonna go to variable, go to advanced, and you're gonna go to get. And we're gonna get a numeric variable, number variable. Same thing. So we're gonna get a number variable. So right after the object's interactive, we're gonna do a logic compare. We're gonna compare two things. No, sorry. We're not gonna do a logic compare. What we're gonna do is a logic branch. That's our if statement technically in Halo. So on object interacted, we're gonna branch. So if it's down, we're gonna go up. If it's up, we're gonna go down. What's the condition? We're gonna check what it's equal to. And what do we set the door to originally? 0. So operand B should be 0. So this tells us, get this variable over here, value goes to A, and then we have our identifier, which is the counter. I think we named it door state. Get counter confused all the time. I think it's door state. I'll check though, and then go to global. So it's referencing a global variable. So let me make sure real quick before I tell you guys the wrong thing. Yep, we named it door state. Okay, so door state is originally 0. So what this is saying is when an object is interacted, and that object being the switch, so when the switch is interacted with, it'll branch. And either two things will happen on true, on false, based on this condition. So if it's true, it's gonna do something. If it's false, it's gonna do something. How do we know if it's true or false? So it's gonna compare two things. It's gonna compare that door state value we just had. So if it's 0, which it originally is, and how the door will originally be set up is at its original position, then this should be true, and we want to move the door down. So if true, let's go over to X and get our object. We want to do an object transform. If this is true, object transform. We're going to move object to transform. So if this is true, move object transform. And what is that object? object will be switch 1. Oh, no. No, that is not switch 1. Undo. This is the object we want to move. So we're gonna reference it. You guys already saw us how to reference that. We did the Y thing and that stuff. So door is gonna go into object. This is what we want to move object to. Our destination object, which we have as a global variable, we're gonna go down to variables, advanced, get vector3 variable, and we can just duplicate this out now because we know we're gonna need one for the other state it could be in. What's the is this object, destination object? What are we missing here? Move object to transform. What are we missing? Are we missing something, chat? Move object to transform? I thought it was move object. Oh, translate object to point. That's what it is. Translate object to point. So if true, bam. Door, bam. Position, bam. Okay. So it's translate object to point. Sorry, my fault. That is how you do it. So the duration in seconds, we want it to be like about 30 seconds. We want it to be kind of fast. And we have our object, we have our position. So once we get the vector3 variable, which is this is the door. We want to do door and position. I'll explain this. I'm gonna explain it all real quick in a second. We want the scope to be global because that's how the variable is. We're gonna translate the object to the point. So once it figures out that the door state is closed by comparing it 0 to 0, condition is true. If true, translate object to point. Door is the object that's being translated. Point is to the end position where we calculate that variable out, and that's from our global variables. Did it in 3 seconds. And the last thing we need to do is tell everybody that the door is now open. So we need to go to variables, advanced, set number variable. I keep wanting to say numeric. And we're gonna say, hey, everybody, the door state. The door state is now open. Scope is global. Okay, awesome. So, but what if the door is closed? Which means this is false. So if the door is closed, we are going to send the object, the door, into no, if it's open, we're gonna send it to the closed position. Have I been saying that wrong? I don't know. We're just going with the flow right now. Door OG position, and then this is a global variable because we already pronounced that. So it's gonna position it to here. So that door is already open, and now it's going back into the original position, and we're doing that in 3 seconds. And before we end, we need to tell everybody that the door is now open, which is 0. Let's see if it works. We did a lot of stuff right there. Let's just see if this works in like first try. It built first try. All the coders know it built first try. Let's see if it works. Wow, it actually works. There we go. Whoever doubted. And does it close? And it closes. Perfect. Man, if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the comments. But I feel like I'm explaining this pretty good, but I might be a bad explainer. I need to know. What do you guys think? Okay. So, anyways, totally on a tangent right there. Now we're gonna duplicate this and bring it over to the other side. Oh my gosh, let's spin these guys around. And these guys are different, but same, but different. So we need to name this guy, not switch 1 because that's ugly. We're naming switch 2. And this guy is going to be switch 2 script. Awesome. So we're gonna go into the brain. And see how it is still referencing switch 1. We need it to reference switch 2. So when you go down here and here, do what we did. You know, we selected both with RB, or hold Y, go over to the node graph, hold Y again, and add object reference. So we're gonna get rid of the switch 2 script, which is why we name things, yeah. And we're gonna get rid of the object reference. Bam. So now we're gonna put switch 2 where switch 1 was, and this should all be the same because they're referencing global variables. So node graph is good. Open the door. Close the door. Mission accomplished. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. But I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. This is like a little bit of an easy thing, just using a counter to oscillate back and forth for the door. If you guys have any better ways to do this, definitely drop them in the comments as well. But I'm gonna try to keep doing some board tutorials for you guys. Let me know what you think and what questions you have and what you want to see. I know with the AI scripting coming out, I have like a whole like firefight map set up right now. I wanna these videos are kind of lengthy, so I want to break it down. I had a lot of trouble learning Halo Infinite Forge in the beginning, so I want to make it easy for people to make simple things. So here is your door. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. DuvalArmy, peace out.